What is an NFT? Are they only images or there is anything else beyond simple JPEGs pictures? How is an NFT going to change the world? What about your intellectual property? In this video series, I'll answer all these questions regarding the NFT space, a world that is fascinating and changing faster. If you follow me on this YouTube channel and in other social networks, you know perfectly that I help people to become high-paid infopreneurs, create their personal brand online and selling products and services. You may be wondering why I decided to speak about a topic as NFT, and the reason is simple. They are strictly related to your intellectual property, and they have established a new way to create a community and connect people. For this reason, this is only video number 1 of a series of videos I want to create to let you understand this fantastic world. I suggest you to subscribe to my channel and turn the notification on to be notified every time I upload a new daily video. If you like this type of content, tap on the like button as well. So let's start with the basics. What is an NFT? What does the acronym NFT stand for? NFT stands for non-fungible token. In order to understand what an NFT really is, we need to cover some basics but essential concepts. First of all, since NFTs are a new asset class, I want to answer this question. What is an asset? We can define asset as something valuable or useful that can be transferred from one person to another one or to an entity. It can be something physical like gold or silver, or something digital like Bitcoin. It can be something intangible like your intellectual property. It can be anything that allows you to earn money. Based on this first definition, you understand that an NFT has a real value, or should have a real value. There is a specific reason why I'm using these words to describe it. Continue watching this video till the end. Since an NFT is a new asset class, I want to underline the difference between fungible and non-fungible assets. Fungible asset is something that is interchangeable. For example, I can exchange $10 or €100 with the same amount of money and the value doesn't change. Or for instance, by speaking about cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, Solana or Ethereum, you can exchange Bitcoin with another Bitcoin without losing value. And the same happens with other cryptocurrencies. On the flip side, a non-fungible asset is something that is not interchangeable, it cannot be copied or replicated. Think about a specific picture of you or a pic of your pet. You can't exchange it with another pic of the same pet because they are definitely different. Or you can't exchange your home with another apartment because they are not the same and most probably the value of the two houses is different. Or you can't exchange a Pablo Picasso painting because it is unique. There is only one original copy of that specific painting in the world. All these assets are non-fungible assets. Well done! We have just understood two important concepts of NFT. They are a new asset that is not interchangeable with something else because they are unique and not divisible, and they have a monetary value. Keep it in mind. But there is something more you need to know. How can we know that there is only one copy of that specific image or only 10 copies of those cards available on the market? To understand how to identify the ownership of an NFT, let me introduce you to the blockchain concept. What is a blockchain? Let me explain it to you in the simplest way I know. Every one of us has a bank account and you can access this bank account with a username and password. Every transaction inside your online bank account is stored on a private registry called database that you don't own. The bank and other institutions own the property of this database and unfortunately it can be modified easily. In this example, the bank represents a centralized institution because all the client's data of that specific bank is saved in one single point or location, and you don't have access to this database. The blockchain fixes these centralization problems because the amount of data is stored online on multiple connected computers. Every PC has installed a particular software in order to be connected with the other computers. Every computer is called node. The blockchain represents an immense database, public registry, in which the information is stored on every PC that represents a node. Every exchange of data is stored on every PC connected to this chain. This is why it is called blockchain technology. Keep in mind that the blockchain technology, due to its nature, has three main characteristics: decentralized, transparent, and immutable. Decentralized because data is stored on multiple devices, computers, in multiple locations instead of one specific place. In addition, the data record and storage process are not controlled by anyone. Transparent means that all the data can be verified by anyone because it is saved on the public registry. It's not private. Full transparency of the transactions. In addition, the data can't be changed or altered by anyone. This technology is 100% secure. This is why blockchain is immutable. I don't want to dig deep about this technology, but for the purpose of this video, you have to understand the basics in order to comprehend the potential of an NFT and why each NFT is unique. The next concept I want you to know is extremely important for understanding NFTs. You need to know that an NFT originally could be created online by the Ethereum blockchain. By the way, while I'm recording this video, there are other blockchains available if you want to create an NFT, obviously with different aspects and characteristics. For the purpose of this video, I want to mention the first and most used blockchain, Ethereum. In order to create an NFT on Ethereum blockchain, I want to mention two standards of token, ERC 721 and ERC 1155. Let me explain them in straightforward terms. ERC 721 allows you to create unique tokens with different values and attributes, for example, description, quantity, availability, for the same contract. Just to make an example, probably you have seen that there are 10,000 NFTs of a specific collection on OpenSea.io with different traits, rarity, etc. And they can be sold to 10,000 different people, and each image sold has a specific address that identifies its uniqueness. Instead, ERC 1155 allows you to create, for instance, 20 copies of the same image managed by one single contract on the blockchain. Obviously, every image can have a different owner, and all the data is properly stored on the blockchain in order to identify the ownership of every single image. I perfectly know that these concepts are not so easy to digest, but you can rewatch this video as many times as you want. It takes time to understand and master these concepts. Before ending this video, regarding the NFTs, I want to mention the most important part you should consider, the utility. Utility should be the first and the most important aspects you should look at when you decide to invest in an NFT. To be very honest, I don't consider myself an expert in investing in NFTs, but I have enough experience to share what I have seen, what I have done, what I have bought, and the mistakes I made in this market. When I talk to people about the NFTs, they ask me the same question. Max, I can copy the image. I can save it on my computer. How is it possible that a single image is priced even hundreds of thousands of dollars? This is a very interesting question. But I have another more important interesting question that you should ask yourself before entering an NFT project. Why am I buying this image in this specific collection? What's the utility behind this image? This is the most important answer you need to have before investing in an NFT. As I told you, I have already made multiple mistakes that cost me thousands of dollars, probably more than $20,000. This is why I want to warn you. There are lots of utilities behind some NFT collections. I'm not qualified to speak about gaming collections or scam collections only created to let you think you could make money fast. I want to focus your attention on intellectual property utility, especially related to an info business. I want to give you two specific examples related to two different NFT collections just to let you understand what I mean. For the purpose of this video, I make things simple. The first collection I want to mention is Bored Ape Yacht Club. This collection of 10,000 bored apes is now so famous because of the community. Many international and worldwide artists and actors decided to buy one or more than one image from this collection. The main utility here is that you could be in the same room with very famous people and have the opportunity to network with them. The network is the real value, and you can access to this specific network only if you have the ownership at least of one token, one image of this collection. The second collection I want to mention is VeeFriends, the NFT collection of the immense Gary Vee that you probably know. Gary is a pioneer in this world, and he created this collection with lots of utilities for the people who possess one of these images. For example, they have access to 3 real live conferences, one per year till 2024, with important speakers that will share knowledge and experience in business and personal development. Then, based on the rarity of the token, you can get different levels of access to Gary Vee, from a 5-minute private call, mastermind groups. You can even have the opportunity to meet him in person if you have a rare token and if you hold it. Gary created an amazing NFT project based on his intellectual property and his incredible network. These are just 2 examples to let you understand why you should consider buying a token in an NFT collection or why you can create your own NFT collection. More information in the next videos on this new exciting playlist. At the moment I'm recording this video, there are many famous marketers and authors that are launching their NFT collection with lots of utility behind it. Connections, networking, intellectual property. This is the present and the future. We are entering a new era of sharing information with our peers. If you find information I shared valuable, or if you think the information can help other people, feel free to share the video with anyone you want. It's a pleasure for me, and do not forget to subscribe to my channel and turn the notification on to be notified every time I upload a new daily video. If you like this type of content, tap on the like button as well. And let me know your point of view by leaving a comment below this video. Keep in touch in the next episode.